As a teenager, I was always interested in fire equipment, and I started just riding my bicycle out to the station, and the members, they didn't have junior members at that time, and we couldn't officially go on calls, but we were, we were allowed to hang out at the station and look around and do things. And when the fire siren would blow, I remember taking my bicycle and seeing if I could locate where the fire was. It was just, I guess it started out just in my blood that I was always interested in the fire service. Well, I remember the Thomasville livestock market. I don't know what that year was. But I remember I fell through the floor up to my waist, and thankfully other members are right there to pull me out. That was one fire I'll never forget. It was a few years after I joined. It was in the 60s when I became recording secretary. And I'm still in that position today. But when I first became recording secretary, of course we were at the old station, and we only had, at that time we only had the social hall, but then the apparatus, there was one bay door where the apparatus had a back in to the social hall. It was like an equipment bay and a social hall, but we didn't have any offices or anything. So the fire company had our old Royal typewriter, a heavy, very heavy manual typewriter from, I'm thinking it might have been from the 1930s, I don't know, or the 40s. But anyhow, when I became recording secretary, I took that to my home, and then after the meeting, of course I'd take my minutes at the meeting, but then I would type the report at my house. I kept the typewriter at the house. So that went on for a few years, and then they built additions to the fire station down on Market Street, and finally we got an office. So we brought the typewriter back and to the office, and then of course I did my work at the fire company office. And then in later years, we got an electric typewriter to replace the Royal after all those years of service. And then from there we went up to, and now I do it on the computer. The minutes are all, I take the minutes and then do the reports on the computer and print them out. So many, things have really changed that way. And with the help of other members, to get the computer program set up for me, they were very helpful. My friend and I had a trip scheduled to go to Florida, and we had to go be there at a certain date because one of her grandsons was graduating from high school. So normally, when I schedule anything, I always kept meeting night as a no-no, that I wouldn't schedule anything around it. But this particular time, I really had no choice because we wanted to go to his graduation. So the president, Wayne Harper, said, "That's all right. We'll cancel the meeting." He said, "We don't have to have it this month." So my record would not be broken. So they actually canceled the fire company meeting for that month while I was gone. Where else would that happen? Where else? I mean, no, I'm retired from my job. From the company, no. As long as I can continue to do things here, I will. I did stop interior firefighting, but I can do exterior. But no, I plan to run calls and keep my position as long as I can if the company feels they want me to do it. But I couldn't just walk away. It would be too much of a loss, as long as I'm able.